Now, protests have been turning violent in central Paris after the murder yesterday of 3 members of the Kurdish community in an attack which police believe was racially inspired. They were shot dead on the street by a retired train driver who had a police record for racial violence. Well, these are the live pictures coming to us from Paris at the moment. The protesters asking for more protection from the French government. They've been holding portraits of the victims of yesterday's attacks. We know 3 people lost their lives. We believe 3 people were injured, and the gunman himself, we believe, has admitted to racist inclinations, and he has a racist history, a racist violence history. Let's get more on what's going on right now with our correspondent Hugh Schofield. Hugh, we've been seeing some of these pictures unfold. The demonstration started earlier, and things then became a bit ugly.
Yeah, they have. It's a demonstration by the Kurdish community around the Place de la République, which is very, very near to where the murders took place yesterday. This is a community that's pledges allegiance broadly to the PKK. That's the Kurdistan Workers' Party, radical left-wing organisation, of course, in constant conflict with the Turkish authorities. It's a very politicised community. In any case, these people have been protesting in their anger after yesterday's killings, and quite evidently elements of the community have broken apart from the main cortege and are engaging in kind of acts of urban violence against the police. We've seen cars overturned and set on fire, bus shelters smashed, and so on. Classic urban warfare stuff that we saw at the Gilets jaunes kind of demonstrations, the yellow vests, a few years ago. I've no doubt that the police will be intervening quite soon, because they don't normally allow this stuff to go on for very long without stepping in, firing tear gas and charging with batons to make arrests and deter any further such actions. It's impossible to know whether the people who are carrying out this violence are part of the Kurdish movement, or whether, the so-called black blocs, the sort of left-wing, far left agitators who attach themselves to many, many demonstrations, are involved as well. It's just impossible to say.
And there are very important questions that have been raised by the fact that this gunman, who apparently has described himself as a racist who hated foreigners, was released after attacking a migrant camp last year.
Yeah, I mean, there are questions. He was out of prison just a few days ago, having been held for exactly a year after this attack with a sword on a migrant camp of Africans in Paris. He got let out because of the slowness of the French judicial system. His lawyer said, and following the law, you've held my client for a year without trial. He has to come out now, and that is the law indeed. He had to come out because the trial has been constantly deferred. But being back at large allowed him to do what he did yesterday. So yes, there are big questions about that.